Welcome back, craft beer lovers. Going to try and do a review. Not that it's hard to do a review, but it's hard to pour beers when you got one arm in a sling. But anyway, Marcus Rowe sent me some of these beers. Chuck Norris from Illawarra Brewing Company. Haven't had a chance. Well, actually, to be honest, I've had a chance to try it. Haven't a chance to review it. And I thought now's a good occasion because I just had a red nut. Bent spoke red nut, and it'd be good to follow it up with one of these. For those of you that are interested, I'm actually going to do Friday Night Fight Club this week. I'm going to do Chuck Norris versus red nut, and I'll do it in a blind tasting, so that should be reasonably interesting. But for now, I'm just going to do an off the rotator cuff review on Illawarra Brewing Chuck Norris. You know I love my reds. Everybody's into reds at the moment. So it seems good time of the year to be drinking reds with autumn. You know, that sort of midway point between the summer days and the the cooler winter days. So reds are perfect. Obviously that looks quite brown, and there's a bit of variation. The light's actually probably not great here, and it is reasonably brown, probably like a caramelly sort of brown. So not really bright red. It's actually quite pungent. It's a bit in your face with the smell. Not quite sure what I'm getting from it. Maybe a bit of like fruit or honey, like a bit of a maybe even maple syrup type, like quite a sweet taste. No, smell, sorry. Head looks alright, colour's okay. Oh, it's a malt bomb. When I scrunched up my face, that's not a bad thing. It was just like, well, it's malty. Yeah, it's sort of a peculiar smell. I don't know that I can say. It's sort of like a treacle. I guess that's probably the closest thing I could describe it to. Huge malt flavour. It's actually a little bit sort of reverse, if that makes sense, in terms of the palate and the way it comes. Quite often, say with a red IPA, what you'll get is the hops first, and then it'll finish off with a malt. With this, what I get is big malt flavours up front, and then as it sort of tapers off the tongue, you end up with a little bit of hoppiness and a little bit of bitterness. I've had that each time I've had it as a single hop. I call it American Red Ale, and so I guess it's probably different, and it's not that easy to compare to some of the other reds. And you know, because we classify them as reds, there's actually quite a lot of different styles of reds too. So you've got red IPAs, you've got traditional red ales, Irish red ales, Indian red ales. There's, you know, so not all reds are the same. So doing a side-by-side comparison or comparing two different types of reds is probably not the best thing to do. What's my opinion on this one? If you like big malty beers, this is a good beer for you. It's robust. It's got a really good mouthfeel. Nice sort of finishes to it, and yeah, ends up sort of being just a little bit hoppy. In my mind, personally, I prefer perhaps something that comes a little bit more balanced. But having said that, I'm going to put it up there against Red Nut on Friday night, so watch out for that. And even more exciting or more interesting to watch out for is going to be a big red challenge with lots of good red beers. I can't tell you too much now, but stay tuned, because on Friday night I will be announcing some big information, and if you love red beers, you need to see it. That's all for now. Remember, life's too short to drink bad beers. Cheers.